had a dream. I was getting onto the highway, and as I was merging into the traffic, the car that was to the side of me shifted lanes to the left and caused an accident with the car that was to his left. I watched as the truck spun out around in front of me, and as I continued moving down the highway with shock and awe in my expression and my mind, I came up to turn off ramp to join to another street, and I saw to my right as I was coming around there was a silver sports car. The one that the truck had hit had gone off the road and landed in between the two roads that were just separate exits going in opposite directions, and they were crashed there. As I came up under the bridge, taking this exit ramp.
Hold on.
I had to slow down severely because in front of me there were fires, different cars. There was a huge accident also in front of me, and different cars were on fire. I saw a vehicle flipped over completely, and I woke up. The message that I'm getting immediately is people are crashing all over the place, but I'm moving through successfully. It requires strategy, attentiveness, quick thinking, and rapid response.
All right, so one thing that came through while I was listening to the replay of the dream that I had earlier today when I took a very short power nap is that these different types of vehicles, everybody has different types of vehicles. One was a truck. Trucks signify more about work, in other words, physical action. And then there was also about the distraction of it all. It's like people are creating different distractions, and they're distracted by one another and each other's crashes. It's leading to more crashes. So we're going to pull into these messages, and I was guided to use this recording while I was sending out the notifications. We're going to begin the message today with a card from the Wild Unknown Archetypes. So let's see what we have for you today. This is your free tarot reading. Cozy up. Get whatever you need. We are going to get into these messages. Bless us, God, creator of all that ever is, was, will be, or could be. So thankful and grateful to be of service as a channel to my beloved brothers and sisters of humanity. What is the most important message that you want us to receive today, that our higher selves is calling for? Our angels, our ancestors, and guides are all in on this. So what is the most important message for us at this time? Okay. So we have, first off, there's something that is unseen because this flipped over in the deck, but this is not the card for today. Okay, the unseen. So there's something that has yet to be viewed. The bottom of the deck is Eros. Eros, this is totally the feel that I got from the message. Eros is about sexual and romantic love. Okay, it's about that type of physical attraction that leads to romance and sexuality with another. The card that came out as a point of focus, what do we have? The Stone. It's card number 77. Okay, so the Stone is here. Let's find out from the book why the Stone is here. Immediately when I think about just the word, the Stone, something that's solid. Okay, and now the ending of Stairway to Heaven comes to mind. Stairway to Heaven is a song about a woman who believes that everything still is magical, believes in the magical possibilities, and shines her light so that others can see. Okay, talks about having two roads you can choose from, and you can change the road you're on if you truly want to. Okay, so something here with the Stone is unmoving. I know I've seen this symbol. It's an alchemical symbol, and I'm hearing creation. creation, the spirit of creation. But let me go into the book and just see what the message is of the book about this. Give me one moment. All right. The stone. The eternal anchor. The rock. As an archetypal object, this stone holds psychic and literal weight. Its energy is one of permanence, concreteness, and reliability. The stone's ability to transform is nearly imperceptible to us as it changes ever so slowly over countless human lifespans. A single stone may see thousands of generations come and go, and therefore it contains an ancient and eternal presence. The stone is best used to anchor our wild side. So no matter how far we roam, we can always find our way back. The stone tethers us to earth, helping to ground and connect us to stillness, quiet, and peace. When this card appears, it is likely the stone is a remedy for what ails us. Humble and easily unnoticed, the power of the stone balances the frenzy of our world. When light, steadfast, loyal, committed, present. When dark, weighted down, holding back, and cold. Okay. So, the end of the Stairway to Heaven song, it says to be a rock and not to roll. That was the first thought that came to mind when I saw the stone card. We had the unseen come out. It says the stone's ability to transform is nearly imperceptible to us. So there are changes happening. These changes are happening over a course of a very long period of time. These changes have been in play for so long, and they're so subtle, you almost can't even notice them. I hear, but you're having the feeling of this change. That's why you have this certain level of anticipation, of excitement for what is and what's to come. Okay. There is an ancient and eternal presence within the stone, I'm hearing, and that is within you. And the stone is best to anchor our wild side. When I read that, immediately I thought of the channel message from the dream about all these crashes that are happening. These ones are not anchored. They have not anchored their wild side. Okay. The stone tethers us to earth, helping to ground and connect us to stillness, quiet, and peace. This is something that you are embodying. You're taking the time for your stillness, your quiet, and your peace. This helps you to be calm when it's time to navigate the roads in life in which others are distracted and ungrounded and heading for crashes. With what? With Eros, with their physical connections, with their romantic connections, with their sexual desires, leading them right into a crash, okay? Eros is about love as desire, eroticism, and sensuality. So, what do I see here? Ground yourself. A lot of people are falling for sexual, sensual connections right now. It's a big thing. It always has been that way, right? But the energy has shifted in our world. And I've been saying this all year long. I've even told it to people who have taken a romantic interest in me. This is not the year to start a long-term relationship. I'm really not interested in doing that this year because it's a 5-year, 2021. Add it all up, it equals 5. 5 is about challenges and conflicts. But at the same time, I find myself not willing to run from these different approaches, but rather meet the challenges. In other words, I stand my ground. So this year in romance, it appears to be that there's the opportunity to stand your ground in romance with your own boundaries, stand in your personal authority, know who you are. Because there are ones in romance who are trying to thwart your personal power, is what I hear. They will like to convince you that you are less than you are. Usually this comes on the heels of being unsatisfied with your response or reaction to whatever they have presented to you, okay? So we're going to dig deeper into this message. Also, those who are in long-term relationships, you've been in an established relationship. This year has been about bringing up some of the struggles and battles within owning your own authenticity while continuing in this relationship, because you're clearly not going anywhere. It's established. It's very long term for you. So some of you have been denying certain things to yourself. If you're in a long-term committed relationship, those things are coming up now because it's time for you to honor your own self. Now, the main energy for our message today is I am balance. This is giving me yin yang energy, which is duality. It's that masculine and that feminine. And because it's coming through in balance, it's like you have all that you need self-contained within you, okay? Having achieved a certain level of balance, again, with the stone, you're grounded, okay? You're balanced, you're grounded. You know who and what you are. You know your needs, your desires. You know your direction. I hear life purpose. You know your life purpose. You know how to move in the direction of your life purpose. Let's see what's at the bottom of this deck is the Masquerade. So, the song Sideshow is coming through my mind right now from Smokey Robinson. Let the sideshow begin. Hurry, hurry. Come on in. Okay. Can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make you cry. Let the sideshow begin. Hurry, hurry, step right on in. Can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make you cry. See the man who's been crying for 1,000,000 years, so many tears. See the girl who's collected broken hearts for souvenirs. It's more exciting than a one-man band, the saddest little show in all the land. See the man with the broken heart. You'll see that he is sad. He hurts so bad. See the girl who has lost the only love she ever had. There's got to be no sadder show to see. No doubt about it. Satisfaction's guaranteed. Wow, there's so much in these lyrics. So it's a very sad experience. You can't afford to pass it by. And there's the energy of somebody holding on to their broken heart and satisfaction guaranteed. Some people are only satisfied when they have this sadness to gaze upon, is what I'm getting from that. So sideshow coming through. Okay, the man who's been crying for 1,000,000 years, the girl who's collected broken hearts for souvenirs and lost the only love she's ever had. So this is what is leading to all these crashes. People, I hear, returning to that which broke their heart. If it's broken your heart, why would you go back for more? But you can't afford to pass it by. I hear there's some wealth in this, okay? It's, and the stone, oh my goodness. We don't want a stone heart. Interesting, but it's going to be, it's like your heart has been changing through these experiences ever so slowly. If you think back on your first love versus the now, the way you love, you were very different, okay? And the more and more balanced you are, the less you are susceptible to be satisfied by the heartbreaks, okay? But the more empowered you are to take the lessons and the blessings from each of these. Coming out from the psychic tarot for the heart, we have the love card. So confirming we are definitely talking about love again. This represents Gemini energy. It is the lover's card in the traditional tarot. We see two people very happy here. So I'm hearing in order to stay in this happiness with the other, you have to have it within yourself. You have to have your own balance, or otherwise you'll bring imbalance to the situation. The bottom of this deck, excuse me. Oh, goodness. Choked up. Why? Because there's a coming together. The two of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. So there's been a union of love, but somebody was coming with a masquerade. Okay, somebody here either unaware of their true self or knowing that this was going to be headed for a crash is one thing I'm hearing. So, and I'm going to use myself for the example. I know it's a 5-year. I know this is not a good year to start those kind of connections because it's going to bring in a lot of challenges, okay? But maybe you're like me, a glutton for challenge, because in challenges, they only exist to show you how fucking awesome you are. So for somebody, this could totally be something that continues on together in a beautiful way, but it's going to require both people to meet the challenge. If only one person meets the challenge, now we're looking more like a fighting bout where only one person is going to level up to the next level and the new contender will come in. If there's a match, if there's a tie in this where both parties are coming to the table ready to meet that challenge, well, then they'll have to go at that match again is the way it's coming through. So I forgot to lay these out over each. So let me just take the 7 cards for our spread today. And we're going to look at the 7 chakra points. Okay. We're going to look at the 7 chakra points and see how these messages apply. So give me one moment. All right. So in our first position, we're dealing with the root chakra, the base chakra. This says, I have. The color is red. Okay. So what you have in this experience right now, we have the sacral chakra and inner conflict. So what you're having in your physical experience, in what you physically have, is a conflict, an inner conflict about a desire that you're having. The sacral chakra deals with what you want, right? So you have something in your physical experience, but it's a contrast to what you really want. You're not getting what you want. There is an inner conflict. You're having an inner conflict because there's something that you want. This physical experience is not providing that to you. And so let's go ahead and I'm hearing to use the Muse Tarot to clarify with the tarot cards, these oracles, and see what we have. So the sacral chakra is our second chakra. I'll be excited to see what we have in that position when we move there. But first, let's get a tarot card to clarify the inner conflict in the sacral chakra. So what is this inner conflict about with regards to what you want that is happening in your physical 3D expression? This is what you currently have. Let's see what we have going on here. Okay. I have... is this 4 cards? Yeah, 4 cards falling out, which is perfect. That's what we usually use. So first card we have is the Queen of Inspiration. There is a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, feminine energy here. And she's coming out with, what is that? The 4 of Materials, pulling back energy, pulling back resources. When I look at these two together, I see 2 different individuals, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, feminine, and an Earth sign feminine, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This Earth sign feminine is very independent and reserving of her energy. She's pulling her energy back. She's checking and reserving her resources at this time. And this Queen of Inspiration energy, Queen of Wands energy, is deep in thought about her. Let's see what the other 2 clarifiers are that we've pulled. We have the 6 of Voices. So this is a card that traditionally speaks about moving past the conflict, getting over difficulties, and moving forward, and if it's not moving past the difficulties in the physical, but it is in the physical, this is the ideas that you have. You're finding peace, making peace with what's happening in your experience that's allowing you to move forward in your physical. And this is going here. Let's see what else we have. The Moon. So the Moon, intuition. Okay. Also, cycles, things happening in cycles. Also, fear. Fear comes up with the Moon. Okay. And it also deals with closing out old cycles. So there's something that you want, but it requires that you move away from fear. It also requires that you move away from past cycles. Somebody here is stuck in past cycles. They're pulling their energy back. They found something that they wanted. Now they're having an inner conflict about it. And the thing of it is about making peace with their own past. So I hear there's a lot of projection here from the other person's past. They're projecting it. They could be projecting it onto you, or you could be projecting it onto them. It's your experience. You're going to have to identify yourself in this. What's at the bottom of the clarifier deck is we have the Hierophant. That's the Taurus energy. This person is completely naked and vulnerable. This person is called the teacher in one of these other decks that I have. This is a spiritual guidance counselor. This is the guru. This is the pope. This is the preacher. This is the one that actually knows. I'm the one who knows. Okay, Brandon Willis, come through. I'm the one who really knows. So let's see what we have coming out in the sacral chakra position, where we talk about what you want. Okay, the color for the sacral chakra is orange. And again, it's about the desires. So what do we have in your desires? We have the positive future and take the lead. You want to walk into a positive future. You want to move things forward. You want your creative energy to work for you. You want to be able to walk in and move into this positive future. And you want to move this along in a positive way. So clarifying that, we'll pull 4 off the top. First, we have justice. Okay, justice is a card about endings. It's a card about legalities. It could talk about legal court-related issues as well for some of you. It's the card of the zodiac sign Libra. Also, we had the moon in the first position. That was a Pisces energy. For somebody, Pisces is either the placement in your chart or somebody in the experience. Let's go ahead and keep going here with the take the lead and positive future. Somebody here is taking the lead. This is what you want, to take the lead to a positive future. You want justice. You want what's fair, what's balanced, what's correct for you. The 3 of emotions. This is a card of the pleasure. I have one that calls it the Lord of Pleasure. This is also a card of unions. This is about coming together. This is uniting. There is Vesica Pisces energy here with the Trinity that's being represented in this beautiful creature modeling here. Also, this is about somebody wants the end of third-party energies. So for someone, this is the past situation that is coming up. So because they don't want a third-party situation, it's like they're looking for evidence of a third-party situation. And what do they say? Be careful what you go looking for, because you just might find it. Well, that's the thing. You can create all sorts of situations and circumstances in your head. Somebody here is going around and around in their head, but what they really want is to move forward. They really want to move forward and break free from this. What else do we have? The 7 of voices, okay? I hear okay, so everything that's happening here is according to the divine plan, number 1. Know that everything is happening according to the divine plan. The other thing is, with the 7 of voices, the path is clear, but you got to move yourself down that path. Look at the image. The path is clear, but you got to move yourself down that path. Now, the other thing I'm seeing is the facial expressions on this woman who is the gatekeeper. One side is stone cold, and I'm sorry, but this other side looks kind of angry. Looking kind of angry. So it's like, from one side, there's peace. It appears to be peace, but it's all a deception, because underneath the surface, there's anger there. So somebody here is very angry, and they could be trying to present themselves like they're not. Or I hear, because in this 3 of Cups, this is about sharing the love, right? This is also about sharing the love. Somebody here is upset because they're not feeling the sharing of the love right now. Let's see what else we have. The Knight of Voices. The Knight of Voices, Knight of Swords energy, talking about cutting through confusion, removing yourself from these low vibrational thoughts, cutting through the bullshit so you can see things clearer. Also, somebody here that is asking a question about a situation involving legalities. It could be asking somebody if they're married, and somebody is lying about it. And so we have a third-party situation. Somebody here wants there to be a third-party situation because they have it so strong in their vibration. And they're saying to themselves, I don't want a third-party situation. Well, honey, you keep looking for it. You're going to create all this negativity, and it's going to turn out to be one, because if there wasn't one, you'll create one. If there wasn't one, you'll create one. Where there wasn't one, you'll create one. So here, in order to move into the positive future, you got to give up this going around and about in your head, creating a negative experience due to third-party situations. So somebody here there's a love situation in the experience of overall energy. There are only two people involved in this love experience. There are only two. There are only two. But somebody is having a hard time seeing through the own facade that they created for themselves. They've got to find balance. Somebody really needs to find balance within themselves, because they have with the masquerade, it speaks about unclear self-identity going on here. Okay. Somebody here very untrusting of a beautiful love opportunity, in which there are only two. But because there's so much lack of trust here, the head games start coming, and challenges to everywhere where there's an expression of love, it's not heard. There's looking for more dirt, looking for some kind of dirt, looking for something to throw at another person to say, hey, you don't love me. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But Spirit's like, if you want this to change and you want to walk into that positive future, you're going to have to quit this type of behavior. What is happening in your solar plexus chakra? The solar plexus chakra is about I can. This is about the actions that you're taking. Okay, the color of the solar plexus chakra is yellow, but it speaks to I can. This is how you use your personal actions to move yourself forward. So this is what you're doing in your physical body. The throat chakra, you're having a conversation, nature, about your own nature. Here you are having a conversation about how you truly are. So somebody is allowed their own past experiences to influence what they think is happening with you. They're projecting that onto you. Here you are having a conversation. Well, look, this is my nature. This is how I am. I understand that might have been that what person's proclivity, and that's how they were, and that's why they did what they did, but I'm not like that. Let me break me down to you. Somebody is here having that conversation. The throat chakra confirms that somebody is here having that conversation. So now I'm excited to see what's going to come out in our throat chakra position. Let's clarify this. So we have, first off, the Emperor. We have the Aries energy here. The Emperor is about being the authority in your own life, asserting your boundaries effectively, delegating work to who it needs to be delegated to, standing in your personal power, and it indicates a rapid growth phase, because you have all the success behind you. You have resources, abundant resources available. So look at her pose. I mean, she's like, bring it on. It's like that. I got this. Okay. So somebody's saying, bring it on. I got this. Like I said, you're being the stone. You're the rock, and you will not roll. That's what the energy is this Emperor is giving to me right now. And this, of course, having to do with some kind of sexual connection, romantic connection, something like that. What else do we have for the throat chakra nature in regards to what you can do and what you are, what moves you're making? The 8 of Voices. So for someone here, we have an Emperor who is stuck in their head, creating a prison of their own making, right? And here's somebody standing in their personal authority, being the authority in their life, bossing up growth and expansion. Somebody here, they'll feel stuck, okay? Somebody is feeling stuck, and you're saying, well, I know how to put that in its appropriate place because I know my boundaries, I honor it, and I live by these, okay? What else do we have? The 6 of Emotions. This has to do, again, somebody stuck in their head about past. And then now projecting that. There's a soul connection here. Somebody here is deeply afflicted by their past, and it's coming up. That's what's keeping somebody stuck in their current experience in love. But you're trying to communicate with somebody and say, hey, look, but this is my nature. Their nature was different than mine. When they were quiet, it meant something different than when I am quiet. Let me break this down for you. Something along those lines, something relatable to that experience. The Wheel of Fortune is here. I hear staying stuck in their head and creating this mental prison keeps putting them back on that same cycle, that same wheel. But the thing is, everything that's happening here now is happening to heal that past. So if the communication is effective, if somebody keeps the energy open and effectively communicates about what is going on, you know, when people say, hey, why don't you tell me what's going on? Opening up instead of shutting down. It's the opportunity to open up. So either you're receiving that opportunity or you're giving that opportunity to open up, to expand beyond what is stuck in your head from cycles from the past. Okay. Conversation is very important here. In your heart chakra space, the heart chakra is green, and the heart chakra says, I love. Yeah, the heart chakra says, I love. I'm just confirming with my book. But yes, the heart chakra says, I love, and don't compromise and spread your wings. So in your heart, you can explain calculus to kindergartners all you want, but they will not get it. And I hear, as you're having this conversation, interesting the way this is coming through, that Wheel of Fortune is now speaking to me saying, you know, you're having this conversation, but it's like round and fucking round the hamster's wheel. As soon as you clarify one thing, this person is going to find another reason. Why? Because they are stuck on the hamster's wheel in their head, restricting themselves by their own thought patterns. Somebody here going round and round and round and round in their head and not getting anywhere. And somebody is saying, I'm removing myself from this wheel of fortune, from this hamster's wheel that is just continuing and continuing in the same cycle with this individual. The wheel of fortune is supposed to shift things that were down to be up. But somebody here doesn't want to get up. They don't want to be shifted. They want to stay stuck in that Eight of Swords energy in their head. They are so sure that they know exactly what you think, exactly what you feel, and why you do what you do. And instead of conversing with you, they're shutting down. So what are you doing? You're not compromising. And I hear, it's Megan Thee Stallion and Beyonce. I'm a savage. Yeah. Somebody you saying, I'm a savage. I will spread my wings and fly away. Okay. Because if you're not seeing somebody here who's going to respect that you're not who they think you are, and they're not going to allow you to talk about how you feel. In other words, picking up, on somebody who tells you what you think and how you feel, rather than listening to what you're saying about what you think and how you feel. So since you've decided what it is, I'm not going to compromise on my own ideals, standards, character. I am who I am, and I am not what you say I am. So I'm going to move forward. Yay, good decision. Do that. Do just that. Let's see what we have clarifying this. The Four of Inspiration. This is an initiation onto a new path. The energy of four, and I'm getting all four directions, okay? I'm getting the four seasons. There is wholeness in beginning this new path. You're spreading your wings to fly away to a place that you long for, okay? And thank you, True. And this is by divine plan. These four women sitting here are coming through as a spirit team energy, and they're all encouraging you. And it's like, the wholeness of you is saying, I've got to move forward. I cannot stay in this energy. What else do we have? The Knight of Inspiration. Again, this is an inspiring thought, a person, an idea. I've called it the gotta take a shit urge. You know, spirit puts it into you. They're like, you gotta go right now. And so somebody is taking that impetus, that urge, and they're moving on it, spreading their wings, making another choice. In what? In love. Because you are what? You are the stone. You are stable. You are solid. And you will not be rolled. Okay? You will not be rolled. Somebody is not going to diminish your self-worth, self-value. And when you're hearing somebody here who's trying to knock you, and you hear them tell you about what kind of person you are, and you're saying to yourself, I know me pretty well. I remember when I used to be that person, and I know damn well that I'm not that person now. You say, okay, clearly this person has some issues to work on. And I can see, because they've already told me, you say about their past, that they're projecting that past energy onto me. They still got baggage. Let them go deal with their baggage. I'm going to go deal with mine. Okay. What else? We have the Muse of Voices is the King of Swords energy. So this is about clarity. You see the path ahead. You see the path ahead. But you know that if you compromise on getting there, you're going to end up right where you began, going down the same damn path in the same damn experience. So somebody here strongly being encouraged to move forward and move on, to break through this repetitive cycle. What else? The Ace of Inspiration, and there it is. You know how to get through. You know how to get through, and you're going for it, okay? taking that new course of action. You will move through this experience, regardless of what challenges are there, regardless of all the other crashes on the road. You will successfully navigate this. Why? Because you're focused, you're intuitively guided, you're codependently involved in a relationship with your intuition. And it's a guiding all of your actions. Somebody else here is not. They are codependently in a relationship with their past and with the process that they do of fucking up their own head by continuing to think about everything that went wrong in their past, rather than looking at everything that's going right in the current. In their current experience, so much is going right, but somebody here literally is not focused upon it at all. This is why they keep going through the same old cycle. Is that you? If it is, this whole reading is telling you how to move through and change that. So the next position we have is the throat chakra position. The throat chakra position is the color of blue, and it says, I speak. So this is the conversation. This is what you're talking about. What do we have? We have space clearing and simply love, the 6 of Cups. So your conversation, what you're saying. Now that throat chakra came up in your actions. Okay, so here it is. You're taking the opportunity to have a conversation with somebody. This is a soulmate connection. You're having this conversation with this person. We have so much soulmate energy here in this reading with the 2 of Cups, the Lovers, and the 6 of Cups. And we already had a 6 of Cups energy come out here. So yes, so strong soulmate energy here. Okay, you're having a conversation. This conversation is about clearing space. Now that clearing space, is it clearing the energy of this old experience, or is it clearing the person out of your life? Something's going to be made clear here, and it's going to change because space clearing is coming in, wiping out the low vibrational negativity, the shit that just can't be a part of your future, in order to allow space for that which is moving forward with you. What are the clarifiers we have here? The Knight of Materials. Slow and steady wins the race, doing the work. Life purpose energy coming through. What else? We have the 10 of Emotions, the end of an emotional connection. I love you so much, but I've got to stay focused on my life purpose. Okay, what else? The Empress. That's that Taurus Libra energy. The Empress, she is the mother. She is a grandmother. She is divine feminine. She has massive creative powers in her. The connection has so much happiness in it with the soulmate. The 7 of Inspiration, the divine plan to open up energy. And look at the space clearing happening. Saying, you know, I shall remove this darkness from my life, and I will do it by bringing in more light. There's been so much connection, happiness in this connection here, but there's also this energy of spirit saying, yes, but it's time to remove that. It's time to remove that because it's not part of where you're going. Again, we have the woman completely naked in her nudity. You cannot see her face. You are going to remove yourself from somebody's presence so cold that they will not see your face again. That's what I hear. And this is what you're talking about. Okay. So now we go to the third eye chakra, and its color is indigo, and it says, I see. So this is the vision you've been given. This is what you already know. Okay. And it's coming out. I am truth, and healing begins. Very well. Very well. You know your truth, and you will be solid like a rock. You will not be moved. Can't nobody slow me down. Oh no. And the thing is, healing begins. You know that what you're doing in honoring your truth is very healing for you. And we've been talking over the last few readings about how the healing is done, not just for you, but for the other. They may not see it. They may not embrace it. And again, it's calculus to kindergartners. They don't even fucking understand it. So why even waste your breath? Just let it be. It's there. And what they do with it has nothing to do with you. It's up to them at that point. But the healing begins because you're standing in your truth, and you know your truth, and nobody could convince you otherwise. They're going to try to throw things at you and tell you that you're rude, you're disrespectful, you don't love them, all this stuff. You don't know how to love. They might even tell you you're toxic or whatever. And I hear, and a lot of what you hear from them, you're going to be like, oh, the healing has begun, because everything that you're telling me I've seen this in you. So there you go. Continue to talk about me, because your perception of me is causing you to speak. And you know who and what hears you speak is your own mind, your own cells. You need to hear the words coming out of your mouth. So go ahead and continue to speak about me some more, because I know who and what I truly am. I've been tested by fire. I've been purified by the fire. Through the fire, through whatever come what may, for a chance at loving you. Whatever. My voice got real shaky, and I said, oh, why are we sounding like this? Because it's whatever. It is what the fuck it is. At this point, healing has begun. You know your truth. And the 5 of emotions. There's sadness. There's regret. Things have gone icy. Got an icebox where my heart used to be. Somebody got an icebox where their heart used to be. And have fun trying to tap into that energy. Every now and again, some love flows out. But this person has an icebox where their heart used to be. Where you used to be really susceptible to all this stuff from other people, you're not so susceptible to their emotional manipulations. Somebody here trying to manipulate you emotionally by launching accusations at you and these projections. Okay, but you are the stone. You are balanced. You know who you are. You've been at this for a long time with consciousness, awareness, and deliberateness. You will not be swayed. You'll stand firm and not be moved by somebody else's emotional projections. What else? The 9 of voices. These emotional projections are coming from a place of fear. This woman sleeping on her bed with all these chains and connections to things from her grounded experience, okay? There's some, and she's clothed. She's clothed. She's got something on. She's got to cover herself, right? Now, there's somebody else here. They're thinking about this person who's sleeping completely naked, open in their vulnerability. Somebody open in their vulnerability. This person is thinking about somebody who's open in their vulnerability. This person, whether they know it or not, spirit and consciousness is working with them to heal this sadness, emotion that they keep holding on to. Like we talked about satisfaction. What did that book say? Hold on a second. Let me find it. I swear, hold on, no, it wasn't from this book. It was from the other book. It says something about satisfaction. And I'm hearing misery loves company. Hold on a second. Almost there. One more page. Okay. Was it this card? Was it this book? I don't see it here. I could be confusing the 2 readings. There's something here, though, about a person being in the energy of being satisfied. Yeah, I didn't even read this one. So being satisfied with the experiences that they're already having. Okay. In other words, this person is used to so much battle and conflict in personal relationships that a relationship where somebody actually is really trying to understand their mind, asking them the deep questions to understand, really communicating, well, this is why I am the way I am. This is why I do what I do, completely naked and vulnerable. This person here, you know, they're not used to that. They're trying to communicate. Somebody here is communicating effectively in a mature way to explain their nudity. They're making themselves completely vulnerable in this love. Somebody else is so uncomfortable in that energy because they've never lived it. They've never seen it. And maybe neither party has, but somebody is bold and comfortable and daring and willing to do it. Somebody here does not know how to do it, and they've got this person on their mind, but there's fear and regret. But the healing is begun because you know your truth. What else? The 8 of materials. What is being healed is his karmic cycles. Somebody's been juggling. And interesting, because a human only has one hand. Notice all the different sets of hands behind this individual. They are not that person's hands. A lot of the shit that they're juggling around comes from others. It's not even from them. It's from the BS that they're carrying around, and they keep playing it around in their head. In that 8 of Swords energy, it's reflecting me back to the 8 of Swords energy, stuck in their head, creating a mental prison for themselves. by continuing to project those ideas into someone else, not releasing them and letting them go, which was what this moon energy here, this Pisces moon energy was speaking to the need for in the whole thing to get what you wanted. So our final clarifier for the third eye chakra is the death card. You know that a transformation must happen. This situation's going to have to die. That's why the healing is happening. This is why it's been moved for you to honor your truth, stand in your truth, and all of that. Now, the next position we have is the crown chakra, and its keywords are I know. But the way Spirit showed me is that this is what Spirit wants you to know, because the crown chakra is where you download the information. The third eye chakra is where you're projecting what your vision is. So it's like the outward bound messages, third eye. Inward bound messages, crown chakra. So what do we have? Power and shine. And you can argue with me all you want. I really don't care. If you have a different perspective, fine. Use yours. I don't care. This is what Spirit gave me. And I'm not here to say what you want to hear. I'm here to say what Spirit said to say. And that's what I do. Okay, so power. Spirit wants you to know that you are in your power and your light is shining so bright, honey. They shades ain't working. Their eyes is like, oh my God, they're shining so bright. I can't handle their bright light. You are in your power. And as you're honoring your truth, that you know damn well your truth, your power is, it's just so beautiful. The Spirit wants you to know that you are standing in your power. Okay. They want you to know that the shine in you is beautiful. They want you to know that you are doing this job of shining regardless of anybody else's clouds, because somebody here is trying to bring some rain clouds, some storm clouds. Like I said, misery loves company, that type of shit. Somebody's satisfied in that type of connection because that's all they know. They may not, they'll never admit it. They will never admit it because that's calculus to kindergartners. Again, they will never admit it. But they have not allowed this peaceful connection. So, Queen of Materials. We have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy here. This woman is surrounded by beauty. She's created a life that she loves. She knows her beauty. She knows her power. She stands in her power. Spirit says, that's you. You stand in your power. You Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, feminine, or you're embodying those characters. The Six of Inspiration. You're on victory road, baby. You are being recognized. You are being recognized. Okay, you are the shining star, no matter who you are. Shining bright, you'll see what you can truly be. And here you are, shining your light, standing in your power. And the Ten of Voices, the other side, it is the end of a thought, a cycle, a pattern, a belief, okay? Some sort of ending here. And it's cutting somebody up. I hear it's cutting somebody up. It's cutting somebody up. You standing, ooh, thank you, come through. You standing in your power is cutting somebody else's ass up. They can't stand it. It's really fucking them up that you're in your power. Your creative power is working. You got Spirit on your side, and it's evidenced by the shine that you have, baby. What else? The Page of Voices. They watching, they lurking, they checking your social media, following your page, whatever it is. If you're a YouTuber, they definitely watching you. They're lurking. Interesting. So here you are. Okay, what else is out there for me? I hear, what else is out there for me? I've successfully accomplished this mission. What's next? That's what I get for you. So we are going to, and again, the bottom of this clarifier deck was the Hierophant. So this is because you've learned the life lessons, you've applied it, you're following your spiritual guidance. You have a direct connection to God, to Source, to the universe, to the cosmos, to the co-creative energy of the universe, and you draw it all in, and all this experience was for you to move energy, to transmute energies, okay? To transmute these energies. Let's go ahead and get a card from the Mahabharata Oracle to end your free reading, and you have just a few minutes if you want to send your donation of a minimum of $10 US, then I will pull cards for you. Other than that, this has been your free reading, and thank you for joining. All right. What do we have for you at this time? Guidance, closing message, most important message for you at this time. Following up with this free reading, please, and thank you. What do we have for you? Here we go. Ladybug, go ahead and put your question in the comments. I see you donated. I'm going to confirm it. Can you also let me know where you donated so I look in the right place? All right. The bottom of the Mahabharata Oracle, balance. Interesting. You know you are balanced, honey. You are balanced. You don't always assume you're right, although they might assert that you do. They like to project that to you. You always think you're right. You think you know everything. And that's okay, but okay, listen. Listen, honey. Linda, listen, honey, listen. That little kid was so fucking annoying. Oh my goodness. Okay. Anyways, you found your balance. And honey, you can stand on one leg and look gorgeous while you're doing it. I'm just saying that's what I'm seeing in the card. You're beautifully adored. You know how to shield yourself where necessary, and you know how to be vulnerable. You know how to be open. You have a beautiful form. You've worked out on this. Work it, girl. You have worked out in this. You have worked out in this love thing. You have had to strengthen yourself to become that stone energy. And the card that came out for us, for you at this time, is love. Whenever I see the number 12, my immediate thought is ancestral energy. Your ancestors, the ones you'll never know the name of, you'll never know their face because, honey, they lived so long before you even came to this place. But they're there supporting you. And as I heard, keep your heart open to love. Continue to choose the path of love. Whether you're going silent, going ghost, going all in, or going to the chapel and, well, gonna get married. You're doing it out of the energy of love. You're moving in the energy of love. From the book, let's see what it says. Now, while I'm looking this up, it says 1 and 2. 1, personal authority. 2, duality and partnerships. So what do we have with card number 12? All right. Radha. The consort of Krishna, Radha was the divine epitome of love and devotion. Hers was a divine love, unconditional and unparalleled adoration, a celestial, spiritual bond that was timeless. She was the cosmic queen who embodied love and affection in all forms. The union of Radha and Krishna is eternal. Physical separation did not deter this union. Radha represents the truth of our soul, the honest, straightforward emotion that emanates from the heart, devoid of selfish reasons. The pure, undiluted expression we feel as soul beings, a perfect synthesis of the soul. This love can be expressed in many different ways. It could be a romantic love, a spiritual love, devotion, adoration, unbridled passion, selfless maternal love, and tenderness. This card indicates a highly potent emotional energy pervading you, a strong attraction, a love affair, a new partnership, compassion, a spiritual ascension, devotion, divine bond, emotional awakening, and soul development. Surrounded by a glowing energy that radiates your being with positivity, it could signify the ultimate connection with a past soulmate, the birth of a newborn, or even the adoption of a child or pet. I want you to know that while I was reading this, what I heard was these connections, if you truly love, even once they've come to their completion, if you truly love, you will not then replace the love with hate. There will still be love there. There just will not be presence. So if you can understand that, then you've probably done all of this work. If you cannot grasp that concept, there's probably still some work to be done here. So let me just check my phone, and then I'm going to begin taking your personal message. Okay. Ladybug, thank you for your $5 donation for love and your $10 for your personal question. I appreciate that. How do I get out of this mess? Let's address your question. Thank you so much for the extra donation just for love. So thankful and grateful. And then I see in here, thank you for your $4.99. It's just a love donation. Look at that. Love you from Power of the Peace. So thankful and grateful. How does Ladybug get out of this situation? What deck do we want to use for her? The Light Seers Tarot. Heard. Okay. So we'll use the Light Seers Tarot. The shit has hit the fan. I hear the shit has hit the fan. This situation is messy, and the shit has hit the fan. Okay. My mother's words are coming through for you. They say, just because you were born in the shit doesn't mean you have to stay there, Melinda. You could get up and clean yourself off and move on. So don't worry. Messes can be cleaned up. Bounty, the quicker, thicker picker-upper, and I should be paid. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so one thing I'm hearing is keep it light, honey. Keep it light. Try to find the comedy in this experience. That's going to help you mentally. So this is why they're giving me the whole bounty experience and all that. What else do we have? Oh, my mother's words. They're saying that just like your mother gave you that guidance for you, there's something about mother energy. There's something about childhood. So is this mess something that you've had to clean up before? Is it the same kind of mess that you've been saying before? What is the guidance for you to overcome this mess? Here's your card. Wow, the 10 of Pentacles. That's the exact energy we were just picking up on, familial energy. Give me one more. The 6 of Pentacles. Okay. The bottom of the deck is the World. Okay. So what I hear is you have come into a new energy. There's something about the family. There's something about the way you are overextending yourself to situations. Also, I'm hearing end any situations and experiences with someone who is breadcrumbing you, keeping you waiting for the next dose of love or a reciprocation. Is this family related, I would say? And even if it is family related, family does equal relationships and partnerships as well. There's something here about family overextending oneself. And for you, this is definitely about breadcrumbing, somebody breadcrumbing. That situation needs to come to an end. Contract complete. If you have been sticking, yeah, because I feel like this is over. Okay. All right. So I'm also picking up on a third-party experience that came to an end. You might not have liked that very much, but the fact of the matter is, like this, you were being breadcrumbed anyway. Let it go. So stop overextending yourself to situations that are breadcrumbing you. Look at how this situation relates to past experiences that you brought up, possibly related. Yes, they said definitely related to family, repetitive habits, etc. This is coming from your family. Okay, so that's what I have for you. I trust that guidance is just what you need right now. When you're ready for the next step, we would love to do another follow-up reading for you about this, but they're saying start there. Anywhere where you're overextending yourself or you're being breadcrumbed, okay, let it go. All right, so that's what we have for you at this time. So thankful and grateful to be of service. Yay. I'll be back with more. Okay, we'll be back at least for the evening session, which sometimes is early in the morning for some of you because my evening is pretty damn late. So with all that being said and done, until next time, I'm sending you so much love and peace and happiness. 감사합니다. Gracias. Later, bye-bye.